Yo, what's up? It's Millionaire, and today we're going to do an ultimate stretch for the entire body. Now we're going to go and take a tour through our entire body doing my favorite 100 stretches. These are stretches I do every single day, and I recommend if you can do this every single night, or at least add this into a few days throughout the week, all right? I prefer to do it in the morning, but that's more of a luxury of time if you have time to set off your day like that. Now, we're going to do these stretches, which is going to be great for reducing the soreness and also aiding in our recovery. It's going to be great for our mobility, our flexibility, and we're also going to add in some corrective moves to make sure that we're enhancing our posture and also recruiting the proper muscles as we go on throughout our workouts. Now, I'm going to have a few props. I'm going to show you what I have, why I use them, and what you can use instead. The first prop is going to be a yoga block, which I'm going to use for some of the exercises that I'm still working my way through, going through the progressions, all right? You can use a towel, or actually like a pillow or something like that, or a bolster in order to sit down instead of this. I'm also going to be using a yoga strap. You can use a long towel instead of this here, a kneeling pad. You can roll up your mat or use a pillow, extra protection for my knees. And then I have my big boy here, which is my glute bench, all right? Now, I'm going to be using this for 8 exercises that we're going to do throughout this stretch. If you don't have one of these, you can go ahead and use a chair, or you can use a couch, or even just have your foot laying down on the ground in order to get through this stretch properly, all right? So let's go ahead and get right into the stretch. I'm going to put up this stuff, and we're going to go ahead and meet right into our seated breaths. So our first stretch is going to be seated breaths. Go ahead and find a comfortable seated position. We're just going to breathe into the body. Kind of just feel through. If you want to, close your eyes and go for a deep, what's called Ogi Breath. So we're going to inhale in through the nose and exhale through the mouth or through the nose. You want to kind of feel that air going through the back of your throat, up and through your nose. It kind of makes a different sound. So just breathe it out. Breathe. Excellent. From here, we're going to go into some head rolls. I want you to continue with your breaths as we do so. We're just going to roll our head over towards the left, up and all the way over. Chin comes down to the sternum. Rotate your ears all the way to your shoulders. And go nice and slowly. Chest is straight up. Getting deep in that neck. Good. Bring your chin down towards your sternum. We're going to go in the opposite direction. Rotating the head over towards the right. Taking good care of our neck. Now, we tend to hold lots of tension in that neck. So it's a great time to release as we go through these first few exercises and warm up the body. Bring it down. Awesome. We're not done with the neck. We're going to do it for a neck stretch hold. So chest up. We're going to take our head, bend it over towards our left. We're going to place our left hand on towards the right side of our head, not pulling at all, just having the hand up there for extra gravity. And then we're going to have our right arm come down towards the floor so we can stand all the way through the neck and down. Once again, not pulling, but you should get a great stretch all the way through your neck and shoulders. Breathe and keep your chest upright. Release that hand, bring it up, and we're going to go ahead and go to the other side. Neck is feeling good. Head over towards the right hand on top of the left side of your head, left hand down towards your mat. Just breathe into it. By starting off on the neck early, as we go on through the rest of our stretches, you're going to feel your neck activate even more, all right? So we're just warming it up so we can get added effects, or kind of like stat boost later on in our stretch. Release. All right, now let's go ahead and warm up our wrists. I'm going to change my foot position. Hands are in front, and we're just going to separate our fingers and pull them back in. Halfway through, we're going to switch to different stretch. I like to warm up my wrists as we get into stretches, just to make sure we have extra protection and we're nice and flexible here. Good, bring them in. From here, we're going to come up and down. Or did I say that backwards? Good. Stretch through that wrist. All right, from here, we're gonna go for wrist winds. You're gonna feel this build up through your forearm as well. So we're gonna close those fists and we're just gonna rotate through those wrists, making circles with both hands. Now, I'm always very careful with my wrists. I used to always get wrist injuries in my right hand, wondering where they're coming from. Turns out, using the computer mouse a lot, all right? So let's go in the other direction. Doing these before I get into stretching has led to no wrist injuries recently, so it's good to warm up as we get into it. Just sharing that just in case you go through that as well. Awesome. We're gonna go for a reverse wrist stretch. So we're going to all fours. Hands are coming underneath. If your palms don't come down to the mat, that's fine. You can bring your knees in more if you need extra support or balance. We're gonna point those elbows towards the front of the room or in front of us. Just breathe and settle into it. Awesome. From here, we're going for a wrist flexion stretch. So we're going to take our wrists and point them in opposite direction. Our fingertips are going to be spread and pointing towards each other. And we're really bringing our knuckles down towards our floor here. All right? You don't have to press that hard. Just let gravity do its work. And when we come out of this, I want you to shake your wrists out, all right, for that little 5 seconds that we're going to have. Bring it up, shake it out. Awesome. Continue to shake it here, and then we're going to go down into a cat-cow. So bring your knees further back, under your hips, hands on your shoulders. We're going to inhale. Toes are pointed, exhale. Breathe it out. Tuck that tailbone, tighten through the core, bring that chest up, then relax, belly down, heads up, butts up. Come to a neutral spine. We're going to keep our hands and knees in the same position. We're going for spinal winds. So we're going to bring our hips and our head over towards the left, bring it down, up and over in a circle. Activating through a neck stretch here as well. We're giving our hips and those glutes what it needs. Other direction. May take some getting used to. You might look like animal for the Muppet babies right now, showing my age, but feels great. Awesome. All right, from here, we're gonna go for a seated glute stretch, still warming up through the body. Let's take our left foot, we're gonna place it on top of our right knee, hands behind, and we're just gonna lift that right knee up to open up through our hips just here a little bit. And we're gonna sit here. You can bring your hands behind or to the side. Chest is up, looking forward. If you open up more, you can bring that knee in more or push that left knee forward to really get into those glutes. Bring that right leg down, extend the left leg out. We're gonna take our right foot, place it on top of our left knee, and bring that left foot up. Good. Find your way back into position. This is also a great way to modify whenever you want to get into a glute stretch if it's difficult for you. We're not forcing our body to do anything. We're just working through it and having progress over time. Extend the left leg down, bring the other foot out, and let's find our way into child's pose. So, starting on all fours, we're going to bring our toes together, hips are back, hands are forward. And really sit back. Bring your sitting bones all the way back and hands forward. Bring your forehead down towards the floor. And if you want to, you can add some twist here. Looking under your armpit. Going left and right if that feels good for you. Then go ahead, it feels good for me. One more. Hold it here. We're going to go for a side stretch. So we're going to bring our left hand over towards the left. Right hand follows. Hips are back and towards the right. Breathe it out. If you want to go deeper, you can stack your hand, if you're more flexible, on top of your other hand and settle back into it. Still sitting back into those seat bones. Bring your head close to the floor, stretching through our side here. Side stretches are often neglected. Not today. Awesome. Let's start walking our hands over towards the other side. Right hand over, left hand follows, hips are back and towards the left. Remember, as we go through these stretches, breathe. As you inhale, relax. Exhale, go deeper into the stretch, following your breath, entering like a meditative state and calmness as you go through the stretch. It's great if you're doing it at night before you sleep or in the morning before you start your day, so you can start your day in a peaceful manner. And getting all the kinks out. Awesome. We're going to still sit back. Hands are going to come forward. Let's take our right arm, slide it underneath our left armpit, and reach all the way forward. Left hand is going to reach forward more, and we're going to reach to the side, bringing our shoulder to the ground and our temple to the ground here. We're also going to take that left shoulder and bring it up and back towards the right as we slide that right arm towards the left. Really twisting through our spine here and getting an excellent stretch. Still sit back, breathe it out. Good. Slide that right arm forward. We're now going to go towards the other side. So we're taking that left arm, sliding it underneath. Ooh, a little tighter here, which happens, folks. All right, same thing here. Right arm forward more, left arm going towards the left, right shoulder up and back towards the left as you slide the other arm underneath, forward more. Sit back, breathe it out. Go deeper as you exhale, inhale, relax. Come out of that. All right, from here, we're going for kneeling tricep stretch. So we're going to bring that elbow down. Left knee is forward. We're touching the tag of our shirt or our spine. And we're going to lean back, trying to bring our armpit down towards the mat. It's not going to happen, but you're going to get a great stretch through your lats and through your triceps by doing this. A little bit of hip opening as well. Breathe into it and settle. Getting deeper. It feels great. Let's come forward. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So, right elbow is down, touch the tag of your shirt, start leaning back. Kind of move around as you need to really get in there. You're going to feel it. Once you feel it, hold in there and go deeper with the breath. Awesome. Roll forward. Now let's go to a reverse shoulder stretch. Our hands are right underneath our shoulders. We're going to take our left arm out. Right palm is down. We're going to inhale up and over with our right leg towards the left. You can leave your knee up or slide it down towards the floor. Bumping those hips over towards the left. Excellent spinal stretch. Really digging our chest and shoulders into our mat for a great chest and shoulder stretch here as well. Bring yourself back down to your mat. We're going to have our right arm out. Inhale up and over with our left leg. Extend that leg down or leave that knee up. Same thing here. We're slightly and with time pushing off of that left palm that's on the floor to get deeper into that stretch as we exhale. Inhale and relax. Roll up out of that, and we're going right into upward dog. Hands on your shoulders, inhale up. Tuck your tailbone down. If you want to, you can do cobra, which is the same move by having your knees down on the floor. We're digging through or clawing through those fingertips here, protecting our wrist. Fingertips are separated. And we're looking forward. Bring those knees down. I'm going to go for a prone shoulder stretch. So I'm grabbing For that yoga strap, chest is up, and we're gonna bring our shoulders back and come forward. You can use a towel here, a long towel instead, or a broomstick. We're active through our spine here to keep that chest up. Breathe through it as we work on shoulder mobility coming back. If this is too difficult, separate your hands more for a wider grip. Excellent. Now let's make our way onto our backs. We're gonna pull those knees in on the left. So, hooking those fingers around the knees on the left, pulling it in, right leg is straight. Once you get in deep, start rotating through the ankles, giving ourselves some release from all that HIIT cardio and strength, making a circle with our big toe, going deep and around. Let's go in the other direction. Still pulling that knee in tight. All right, stop and pull it in more. Awesome. Wide knee pull, same leg. So we're gonna start with two hands, bringing it around the ribs and down towards your armpit. You can hold with two hands here, or if you're able to go deeper, go with one hand, pull it in. Hips are square, so they're flat. Both butt cheeks are flat on the mat here. We're gonna do lots and lots of hip openers here throughout this workout. We're just getting ready right now. Excellent. We're gonna take that hand on the knee, bring it up towards the center. Then we're gonna switch hands. Right hand comes onto that left knee. We're gonna bring our toes on the left down towards the mat, and we're gonna look over for a supine twist. Excellent twist through our spine. You're gonna feel in your glutes as well. Palm is flat on the left side. We're just looking over. Let those ribs fall down towards your mat. We're gonna hold this position and we're going for some supine winds, all right? So I want you to really point that hand out, extend it out, come down, and all the way up. Reaching, and through. Bring it back around. Let the gaze of your head follow that arm, reaching up to get the best stretch possible. Good. It feels great through my lats and obliques. Awesome. Still holding this position. We're going for a Brettzel stretch. So we're going to reach up, bend that right leg, grab it from the inside, and then we're going to make our way back down towards our mat. Now we're pulling up that left knee as our hand is pulling back that right foot. We're going to bump our hips forward to get a great stretch through our hip flexors here, and we're trying to bring that shoulder back and towards the mat. Don't tense up, find a way to relax here, and heighten the stretch. Release that foot without kicking it out. Bring the left foot down towards the floor. We're gonna do all of that on the right leg. So grab the right knee, pull it in. We're gonna start circling through those toes. Pull it in deep. Let's go in the other direction. Oh, got a little pop. A little soda pop. All right, bring it in deeper. Good compression. Up, up, up. Awesome. We're going to hold it with two hands as we go for a wide knee pull, wrapping the right knee around the ribs, pulling it down, bringing it up. I'm going to switch to the one-hand method. You can still hold it with two if you're getting a lot of tension there. Feet are flexed here. Left leg is extended all the way down. As your hand slip, you can just readjust. If you want to point and flex the foot. All right, let's go for an iso supine twist. Bringing that knee up towards the center. Switching hands with the left hand on that right knee. Toes down towards the floor. We're going to take our right arm looking back and letting our gaze follow the direction of that arm on the ground. Let your knee fall to the side. Open up through your hips here, through your spine. And stretch through your neck. Let's go ahead and add some winding arms to this. Once again, we're going to really reach with that right arm coming down. Wind it, get it up. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And around, nice and slow. Building up some heat here. Gaze following that arm. We're going to work through all the kinks today. Bring that arm all the way back around. We're going for Brettzel. So, we're going to come up just a little bit. Bend that left foot, reach from the inside. Come back down. And really, really stretch it through our side here. Find a way to relax through that tension. Breathe it out. It's also a great knee stretch. Release. All right, now we're going to do a little bit of a counter stretch. We're going for laying bound angle, so our feet together like a diamond. We're going to bring our arms up to cactus, and what I want you to do is kind of flex up as if you're doing cat-cow. Bring your back all the way to the floor and up. Squeeze through those abs, up. Just a counter stretch. Press those feet together. Awesome. From here, let's go for a modified Sunflow. So meet me in all fours. We're going to come down. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale down. Inhale up. Taking care of that spine real quick after all that twisting. Awesome. Let's bring it up more into foot pedals. So we're going to meet in downward dog, and we're just going to pedal the feet left and right. Clawing through those fingertips. I got lotion on my feet, so they're a little slippery. If your feet are ashy, then you should have a good grip. All right? Claw through those fingers, and just push it left and right, following that breath. Walking it through. This is great for runners, folks. Speaking of runners, let's go into a lizard hold. We're going to take that left leg, bring it to our side. We're going to just jut that right leg back. Press your hands onto your left knee, and we're going to push open, bringing our hips forward. Foot peels off to the side. I'm going to look up and over that shoulder. Just holding it here and breathing it out. Open up with our hips on one side and get deep into those hip flexors on the other. Continue to hold it here if quad lizard is too intensive for you. Roll up your mat if you need extra padding. We're going to bend that knee from behind, reach and grab from the outside of that foot, and pull it in. So we're still doing lizard on our left. On the right side, we're really getting deep into those hip flexors. You can bring that foot in more if you have the flexibility for it. Chest is up. We're bringing our left shoulder back towards the right, and we're looking back. Go deeper with each breath. Release nice and slowly. Excellent. All right, we're going to keep our foot there, and we're just going to go for a hip dip. So what we're going to do is we're just going to turn, bump our hips down more towards the floor as we twist over and look back. Glute said, "What's up?" Just hold it here, breathe it out. Taking good care of that body today. Wind out of there. Awesome. From here, we're going for in and out hams. All right, so we're just going to bump our hips back, flex that foot in the front. You can have your hands in front of you here or your hands on the block. We're going to inhale. Exhale down. Now I struggle with my hamstring, so if you're not coming down deep like me, that's fine. Work with what you got. If you're all the way down there, find a way to challenge yourself. Excellent. All right, we're gonna go for kneeling hip bumps on the left. So let's take that left foot, bump it over towards our right. We're gonna bump our hips towards the left and look over our right shoulder. Bumping, bumping, bumping. All right, you see that foot? Maybe you see the calf, maybe you see the knee, depending on how flexible you are through your side. A little bit of a toes pose as we dig those toes into the floor with our left foot on our right side. Relax, bring it down, and we're going to go into Malasana. So, feet are gonna come to the sides of your mat. We're gonna settle down into it, chest is up. Happy baby if this is still a challenge for you. It's okay if your upper body curves a little bit. We're still gonna bring our chest up. We're really focused on bringing our lower body down and deep. We're pushing those knees open with those elbows. And fighting for that balance. All right, come up out of here, and we're going to foot pedals, and then we're going to everything on the other side. So, pedal it out, left and right. Breathe it out. All right, make it to lizard on the other side. So, bringing the right leg over, settle into it, extend the left leg back. We're gonna take our right hand on towards that right knee, peeling it open, foot peels on the side, hips coming forward on the left. If you need to roll up that mat or use a kneeling pad here for extra padding on that knee, totally recommend it. Let's look up and over towards that shoulder, or towards the back of the room, over that shoulder. Now I'm tighter on this side, all right? So I'm glad we're addressing it here. Let's go ahead and bend that knee, reach back, grab that foot from the outside, pull it in, and then start to twist as we bump the hips forward on the left, knees open on the right. Shoulders coming back and towards the left, looking back and towards the room, back of the room. As you exhale, come down deeper, maybe even pull that foot in some more. Now go ahead and release. We're gonna go for a hip dip. So we're just gonna twist a little bit more, bring those hips down towards the ground, and our arm back. Oh, foot slippage. Told you, lotion, it does it. It's always the question, do I show up with an ashy foot that grips well or a lotion foot? I'm gonna go with the lotion. The slip work adds a little bit more core work to the stretch. Just FYI. All right, rotate out of that. From here, we're going for in and out hamstrings, okay? So, bump the hips back, flex the foot on the right. We're gonna inhale, exhale. Awesome. All right, so we're gonna bump it over. So, we're gonna bring our knee down, bump the right foot over towards the side, hips are back. Good, I'm going a little bit deeper here. Hands are still under the shoulders. Just a little bit of a counter stretch. Just making sure we're easing out of this nice and safely. Now, if you need to pause here and grab whatever your elevation is, we're going to elevated psoas stretch. So I have my glute bench, and I have a kneeling pad down for extra protection on that knee. What we're going to do is we're going to take our glutes, and we're going to bend them forward. Good, chest is up. You're really going to feel this deep in those hip flexors in your psoas. Really make sure that butt down. You can put your hand on your knees. We're just going to hold it here. Now, I call this one of my favorite posture shapers. For those people who sit down a lot of days, it's really going to help us out. Now, we're going to bring our arms up, and we're going to twist side to side. So really bring that elbow back as far as you can. Still keeping those hips forward. Going the opposite direction, nice and slow. Hitting that psoas from multiple angles. We're going to twist. We're going to hold. We're going to reach front and back. And we're going to go side to side. Hold it back. Bring those hands to the front. Correct yourself if you need to tuck that tailbone more. And we're going to inhale up. Exhale down. We're hinging forward more as we inhale. Bring it down. Oh, you feel that, don't you? Come on. Even if you're modifying without any elevation and you just have that foot on the floor pointed, you're still going to feel this stretch here. But I highly recommend having some sort of elevation. Now hold it up. We're going to go side to side. All right, so our hands up. We're going to bump our hips over towards the right. Now here comes the fun part. Bumping them up and over towards the left. A little bit more of a hold here. You're going to feel that. And over. Keep those hips forward. Then we're going to bump them up and over. Hips going towards the left, hand going to the right. And we're going to hold it here till you hear that beep. Breathing through it. Almost finished with this side before you switch legs. Bring it back up. And down. Let's go ahead and switch knees. So now right knee is down. Left leg is forward. Bring it up. Tuck that tailbone forward. Core is tight. And hold. One of your sides may be tighter than the other. That's perfectly fine. Really feel it here in your psoas. Awesome. Bring those arms up. We're going to go for a twist. Twisting towards the right first. Bring the elbow back. Hips are still forward. Sometimes you can fall out of the psoas position as you start adding the arms into it. I want you to really feel it there. Let's go. Bring it back. One more over to the right, and we're going to hold it. Bring the elbow all the way back. Looking back, 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 back. Into the front. All right, from here, psoas reachers. Hands are coming up on the inhale. Hips are forward. Inhale. And exhale. Breathe it out. Oh, that feels amazing. Sometimes it's like one of those things that hurt so good. Bring it back up. And let's get ready to bump it left and right. I know this is your favorite part, right? That's sarcasm. So bump your hips over towards the left, hands going towards the right first. Let's get that fun in. Bring it up and over. Good. Hips bump towards the right. Really reaching through our side. Still giving that deep psoas stretch here. Put our hips forward. One more towards the right. Fighting for balance here as well. Bring it over, and we're going to hold until we hit that final beep. After this, we're going to do a quick cleanup. All right? So bring it down. Clean everything up real quick. And we're going right back to foot pedals. So bring it down and just go left and right. Now, what I like to do here a lot of times is twist. All right, so twist that knee over, bump those hips up. Giving our hips a little bit of a break here and some rest. We're still getting through those hamstrings, calves, shins. Awesome. Now I'm going to use my kneeling pad as we make our way over into pigeon. So left knee is down. Now I started using my kneeling pad recently, not just for the protection of the knee, but it holds my knee in place because I tend to have my leg tuck in, all right? So I'm trying to keep it at a 90-degree angle here, and this has been helpful using the kneeling pad. Something I only started doing recently, just for more traction. Let your hips fall down. Hello, glutes. We're going to hold this position, and we're going to bring our hands up and over towards the right. So walk back both hands over towards the right. I'm going to stack my hands here and settle down. Oh, that's a brilliant side stretch. As we continue to open up through our hips and let us settle down into the stretch. Getting deep in there. Let's keep the same position. We're going to start transitioning our hands over towards the other side. Now this is where the fun happens in the glutes, all right? So both hands are over towards the left. Oh, my knee is sliding back there. He's trying to help me out. And we're really going to just let those glutes settle. It's intense on the left side. It's the glute stretch we need, folks. Walk it back to the center. I'm going to move that kneeling pad out. We're going to go for let the right knee hook into the left foot. We're going to reach up and back. Stretch, twist back. We're going to switch hands. Stretch it back here. Looking back towards the back of the room for a nice spinal twist. Now hold this position. We're going to go into half wild things. All right? So we're going to inhale up, reach back, exhale, bump those hips up, and really reach those fingers through. I sound like Tony the Tiger. Reach those fingers all the way through, hips bump up, and give me a great stretch through your side here, through your hips, through your back. Make it glorious. Bring it down. We're going to go into foot pedals and then do the same thing on the other side. So, pedals, feet out, left and right. Ooh, I'm really slipping. I can do the moonwalk. All right. Left and right. That's why I'm using the kneeling pad for the pigeons. Now this time we're going to bring that right leg down into pigeon. Settle into it the best way you can. You can hold it up here until you get settled and then start walking it down. Gotta relax and breathe, folks. Today's stretch is not in vain. We're working on that soreness and our recovery. We're becoming more mobile and bring those hands forward. We're gonna walk both hands over towards the left first this time. I'm gonna stack those hands. Bring it down. Adjust as needed. Getting real nice and deep in there. It's called a deep stretch for a reason. And also as your foot is pointed, you're getting a great stretch through your shins on that right foot. Perfect for runners. All right, let's walk both hands over towards our right. Here comes the fun part, all right? So, stack those hands on top. Adjust until you get in there. Breathe into it. Don't tense up. I know your body might start panicking, like, oh, glutes, glutes, glutes. We just settle into it. Come up out of that. All right, so we're gonna hook the left foot into the right heel, hands on your knees, hands onto your heel, and we're gonna look back. Chest is up, don't look down, look straight back. Keep your chest straight up. Let's go to the other side. I was supposed to have a beep in between, but good thing I caught it, right? Stay nice and even here. All right, we're going to have things, so we're gonna bring it up and back, making it nice and glorious. Inhale, hips up, knee is into that heel, or into the ball of your foot, and we're gonna really reach back. And tell me if you don't feel this and it's not glorious for you. If you ever need to back down, you can back down and come back in when you can. Let that head fall, reach those fingers active all the way through. Bring it down. Awesome. From here, cow face pose. So, we're gonna start in the front with our knees close. We're gonna take our left knee around our right foot. You can use a yoga block here if you want to sit it underneath your glutes. We're just gonna hang out here for a little while. This is where I do a lot of my answering comments when I'm holding cow face pose. That and pigeon pose. And what we're trying to do is just get this right cheek or left cheek to come down towards the mat, which does take some time, all right? So we're gonna continue to hold it here. I'm gonna go for a cow face twist towards our right. So left hand's gonna hook onto the right. We're just gonna look back, twisting. Still bumping our hips down on that right, on the left side. Sorry, I'm all twisted up, hard to tell. And holding that cow face sit. Really opening up through those hips. If your knee's up in the sky like me, that's totally fine. Adjust whenever needed. But eventually it'll start coming down more. Mine used to be up more than this. All right, holding this position, let's twist in the other direction. Oh, slippery feet time. All right, so the right knee is hooked on towards that left knee. Hands behind, we're just twisting back. Release. All right, let's meet back with our knees close. And this time we're gonna take that right knee over the left. Now, if you're more flexible on one side than the other, that's perfectly fine. Just acknowledge that or make a note of it, a mental or actual note of it, in order to, correct any imbalances that we have in our bodies, and we all have them. Settle into it, letting that right cheek fall down this time. Mine is nice and tender. It's like really tensed up, and I'm just trying to relax. So we're gonna hold it here. First thing we're gonna do is go towards the left. So, right arm's gonna hook on towards the left knee, looking up and over our shoulder. Ooh, that's doing something different. Really stretch it out here. Breathe it out. If it twists too much, you can just sit into it. All right, let's go to the other side where all the fun is. Hooking that left elbow into that right knee and twisting over. Looking over that right shoulder. This is some of that added neck stretch I was talking about at the beginning. Man, it feels great. Release, and let's go to frog pose. I know everybody's cursing me out right now. All right, so knees are close. We're gonna bring them out. 90 degrees, going back with the feet. I'm gonna come down. We're gonna push our hips back. Our ankles are down on the floor, and really try to get open here, to really open up our heat. It's gonna be a lot of resistance. Push that butt back. If you want to, you can play 7-Up and put your head down. You gotta put your thumb up too. All right, we're gonna hold it here. We're gonna go for a hinging frog pose. It's gonna look almost like a cat-cow, but you're gonna hinge, put your hips, bring your hips up, still pushing your butt back, and then down. Good, squeeze it in. Squeeze that core, bring it up. Hips up, butt back. Come on. Still opening up here as we hinge up and down through those hips. It's gonna get rickety, I know. I feel you. We're gonna make it through though. Hitting these every day, you're gonna see progress, folks. All right, now we're gonna go for winding frog pose. So, hips still back. We're gonna go ahead and wind towards the left, kind of like we did the neck rolls, but you're using your hips to roll this time. Making a circle with your glutes, bringing it back, twisting all the way down. So we're using that hinge down, then coming up and around. Bring it down, other direction. Let's go. Going towards the right. Get crickety, but it's all good. We got it. Or rickety, that's my word. It's like rusty and barely moving. All right, so from here, windshield wipers. So we're gonna hold this for a few more seconds. We're gonna come forward. Hands on our shoulders, kind of like we're doing upward dog. Feet are up. I'm gonna come over, almost like a 90-90. Feet come over like a windshield wiper, left and right. A counter stretch for what we just did. Up and over and down. Breathe it out. And over. Good. Bring them together. Awesome. From here, we're going to 90-90 sit. So we're going to have that left foot in the front. And we're just going to go 90 degrees with the front leg and with the back leg and hold it to the front. All right. Really let yourself settle down on the right. Chest is up. If you want to, you can have your hands down, or you can even bring it back, all right? Some people enjoy doing that. We'll open our hips in every single way today. Let's switch it up and go to the other side. Good, so find it 90-90. It can be tough sometimes. Ooh, tight on this side. So, you see I can go back with the other side, this side? Ooh, it's tough, all right? But we're gonna hang in there. I think the going back method might be better for me here because I can better control it and actually get deeper. I need to practice a little bit more. But I'm glad we're addressing it here. All right, come up out of there. From here, we're just gonna do kneeling hip bumps. So we're just gonna go side to side, squeezing, kind of winding like a bridge. Take care of everything we just did. If you want to, you can add a roll in those glutes. Or just bump it side to side. It feels great. From here, we're going to hero pose. So grab that yoga block or not. We're gonna have our knees close together. We're gonna roll our calves away so that we can come back deeper into the seat. I'm just sitting on the edge of my yoga block. At first it used to be all the way close. Now it's getting further and further back. And eventually I won't need it anymore, all right? But right now we're doing a smart thing. Feet are off to the side. Excellent stretch through our knees. Sitting straight up. And a counter stretch for everything we just did. Come up nice and safely. Similar stretch here, we're going for toes pose. So we're going to take our toes, spread our toes all the way apart. So each toe is making contact with the mat separately. and we're gonna sit back. If you've been doing burpees all week or if you've been sprinting, this is gonna work wonders for you. And if you have more time in your day, I really recommend holding this longer. But right now, we're just taking care of everything throughout this ultimate stretch. It gets intense. You can pedal your feet here. All right, from here, we're going to walking hamstrings. So find a sitting position. We're gonna hug our knees in from that seated position, bringing the chest towards our knees, and we're gonna slide our hands down to our feet and start walking our feet out. Find a place that works for you. This is me right here. If you're all the way out, that's perfectly fine. I will be using a yoga block for the next move, which is going to be a forward fold. All right, so with or without the block, what we're going to do is we're going to inhale up, find my seated position, exhale forward, grab onto those toes. Now I use a yoga block here because it helps me not bend my back too much. My back is still bent, but it allows me to fully be activated through my hamstrings and come to my toes. All right, so find those modifications or progressions that you need as we all work to correct our posture and form. Excellent. We're going for left leg only. So bring that right knee in. We're going to inhale up, exhale forward onto that left leg. Bring your chest down towards your knee as much as you can. Ooh, fighting for that balance. It's kind of hard up on this block. Foot is flexed, of course. Bring it up. We're going to the other side. So, right leg extends, left leg's in. We're going to inhale up, exhale forward, grab a hold. Adjust as needed. Really feel it through those hamstrings. Good. Bring it up. From here, we're going to counter stretch with a rack shoulder stretch. So we're in a seated position, our hands behind us. Hands are pointed to the back of the room, and we're going to twist. Now, I love this stretch because it's great for our shoulders, counter stretching what we just did, and also gives me a great stretch through the eye of my elbow or my biceps, which is great if you've been lifting heavier weights. One more side to keep it even. Awesome. Let's go for a laying hamstring stretch. I'm going to use a yoga strap here. You can use a towel or just grab with your hand behind behind a little bit lower than your knee, like so. All right, that's one way to modify here. Keep the leg straight, even if your leg doesn't come that high. Don't force anything. Just work with where you're at. Hold this position. We're going to bring that leg over towards our left. All right, now this may be a challenge, so bring it down. I'm going to hold with one hand. And breathe out. Both hips are flat on the floor. We'll open up through our hips as we stretch through our hamstrings still. This is great for those side kicks. If you're doing any MMA or kickboxing. And release. We're going to go and do the same thing on the other side. So I'm getting my bolster out the way just for my elevation out the way for when I go to the side there. Bring it up. So you see why I put those 5-second get ready positions in there, because just transitioning. We want to get the full 30 seconds of each stretch and not spend any of that time on the transition. All right, let's start moving that leg over towards the side. Good. I like to have my hand on my diaphragm. The core is engaged. I'm pulling that foot up and towards the side, maintaining that straight leg there. A little bit of bicep workout, I'm not gonna hold you. And still through all that, finding ways to relax through the muscles. Even though there's a little bit of a shake. Release. Awesome. Let's go into a glute stretch. So we're gonna bring the left heel on top of the right knee. We're gonna open up, grab, pull the right knee in, left knee's forward. We're nice and open. We're gonna bring our lower back or our lumbar spine down towards the mat. We're pushing that left knee forward. We're bringing that right knee in, and there we go. Access the glutes, just like that. Feet are flexed. Bring it down. We're going towards the other side. Exhale through. Grab a hold. Pull it in. It's also a great way to stretch through that ankle. Underrated for that. Now let's push the right knee forward. Left knee comes in. Spine's down, flat on the mat. There we go. Bring it down. All right, from here, supine twist with both knees. Arms out to the side, we're gonna inhale up. Exhale, both knees over towards the right. Right hand on top of that left knee. I'm gonna look over towards our left. Feel that great stretch through our side here. Lots of twists today, making sure we access that during the stretch. If you want to, you can inhale up. Exhale down. Flowing through the breath in this move, or just holding it out. Both hands down. Inhale up with both knees. Exhale over. Left hands on top of that right knee. Looking over towards our right. You can go to breathing method or hold, inhaling up. Exhaling down. Keep it with the breath. I'm going to go for a hold today because that feels a little bit better for me. Relax those ribs down towards the mat. Don't tense up. Both hands down. Inhale those knees up. Open those legs up. Exhale up. Grab onto the sides of your feet. Fabby baby. We're going to pull it in, down, and pull those legs forward. Add a rock here if you can. It's great for the spine. So we rock side to side. We're hitting everything on that body today. We're wrapping up here, almost there, folks. All right, from here, bring those feet together. Knees are close. We're gonna hug those knees in. All right, so go elbow to elbow, or you can hug, holding going to both sides of your knees, or hugging, grabbing the top of your thighs and bringing it down. Or the back of your thighs. Almost at my favorite stretch of all stretches, folks. And that is Shavasana. So we're gonna go ahead and extend those legs all the way down. The objective here is to find complete relaxation. So I'm gonna go and guide you, give you a few cues. Your feet are falling to the side. Your hands are open in receiving position. What I want you to do is breathe naturally, but take all tension out of your body. We're gonna start in the forehead, making sure your eyes aren't all scrunched up together. Relax through your forehead. Unhinge your jaw so your teeth aren't clenched. Let the muscles in your face just fall down. Shoulders are falling and melting to the mat. Good. Elbows digging in. Your full spine is flat on your mat. And your feet falling to the side. As you breathe through this, any tension you feel, let it go. Even to the point where a lot of times we fall asleep. I'll let you just flow through your body, scan through your body, and relax. See you at the fist bump. Bring it up, give me that fist bump, and boom, fist bump. If you want to hang out in Shavasana for longer, if you have the time, go ahead. But I wanted to keep this completely within the time frame that we were going for. Usually I hold it for about 5 minutes. Congratulations on stretching through your entire body. Look, I do these workouts. I do this stretch every single morning, but if you don't have time or the luxury of being able to start off your day with this, I recommend doing it before you go to bed. It's a great way to start your day or end your day. As we get more mobile, as we work through our flexibility, you're going to see results by putting in that time, coming back to this time and time and time again, all right? So we're feeling good and refreshed. I don't know if you're going to hit the sack or if you wake up in the morning. Actually, let me know down below in the comment section. But your body is going to thank you for investing the time that you've invested today into making sure that you're more mobile and agile, all right? So with that being said, thank you all so much. As you all go throughout your day, make sure that you have healthy food in your stomach, healthy things in your brain, mental health above every single thing else. Till we come back tomorrow and do this stretch again, hopefully. It's your boy, Millionaire. Take care and peace out.